This is Eagle 102 KJFM, Louisiana Bowling Green. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school baseball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the diamond for high school baseball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good afternoon and welcome to Silex High School. First time down to Silex this year as they welcome in the Bowling Green Bobcats this afternoon. Final regular season game for both of these teams, Maddie Ingram, and Bowling Green still hanging around that 500 mark. And Silex young, but they've had some success this season.
Yeah, and so this is a big conference matchup today, ending up on the regular season. You know, Bowling Green's trying to break that 500 mark, and I think today is a really good test of who's prepared for districts.
And we're going early today.
This
was scheduled for a 5 o'clock start. They moved it up to 3:30. That's why we're on the air at 3:15. So we'll get some early afternoon or late afternoon, early baseball nonetheless here, and we'll start the pregame show for you next on KJFM.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, view your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
Pike County, Missouri Health Department is accepting appointments for upcoming COVID vaccination clinics. Appointments can be made online at www.pikecountyhealth.org or by calling our office at 573-324-2111. These will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Stay up to date with more clinics by subscribing to our PCHD e-news. If you do not have internet access, please call our office and ask how we can help you stay informed.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to Silex High School, getting ready for the Owls and the Bowling Green Bobcats on the diamond this afternoon. Mark Fronick, Madison Ingram. And Maddie, both of these teams have had the problems that everyone seems to be having this season. That's getting contributions 1 through 9, putting runs on the board, getting that big hit. We saw it yesterday at Louisiana. The Bulldogs would get runners in scoring position, just couldn't get them across, and that's kind of what's plagued these two teams here this season.
And I think that's really tough because in any level of baseball, you know, your 1 through 4 might get hot and then the other people may not be hot, or your whole team's hot and maybe 1 or 2 guys not at the right time are hitting. And so it's difficult, and it puts teams in tough situations, and what they need to do is, you know, see the ball, not trying to get that big hit, but just trying to put the ball in play. And the more you put the ball in play and you put it in the ball in play hard, you're more likely to get on, you're more likely to get those hits.
Bowling Green, like we said, is just hanging around that 500 mark, actually a game above right now at 9-8. So they need this win to stay above that 500 mark on the season. And as far as Silex goes, they come into this ball game with a record of 5-8. So they're just looking for some momentum. They've got the 3 seed. Yeah, the 3 seed in the upcoming tournament, which will be played here coming up on Monday. They're probably not exactly happy. This is a program that's been to the Final Four a couple times in recent history. So even though they're young, I think they're going to be hungry going into that tournament. Exactly.
And I mean, if you have a tradition of, you know, making a state tournament, winning districts, different things like that, you grow up watching that, you want to continue to do that. And this team and this program have a nice field, have a good coach. They want that for their program.
And it just seems like, you know, sometimes when you've got an old coach, there's a disconnect, but it seems like these kids really gravitate toward Coach Hufty, and it's odd because he's such a particular guy. You know him,
yeah.
But in that dugout, it's just almost cute watching the interaction between the players and coach. Kind of a grandfather figure down there in the Silex dugout, and it's good to see. Bowling Green. I think they just need to come out and kind of exalt their dominance early in this one. We'll get to that more in keys to the game, but they're the Class 4 team. They're the big guys in the EMO, and they've got to go out there and show Silex that right off the bat.
And I think working together is a big thing for the Bobcats, and that's something that they'll need to do to assert that dominance, is working together and not trying to do it one player at a time.
I kind of teased the keys to the game. We'll check those for you next on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Kind of the same as they've been all season. The team that goes out there and can get that key two-out hit is going to probably be the one on top of the scoreboard at the end of the ball game. You got to go out there, throw strikes. You got to go out there and play your position. It's easy to say those basic things, but they're huge, especially in a conference matchup like this.
Exactly, and we've seen a lot of those problems, those fundamental problems throughout the season, and teams losing games just because they can't secure the third out. They can't make that throw to first base. Just different things like that are really determining who's winning and who's losing, especially in this conference because they're all so close together.
It is a tight group at the from the top to the bottom in the EMO, and it's been an odd year. We wrap it up here today. The final regular season game will start districts on Friday. Bowling Green will be down at Winfield at 1 o'clock, and then this district will start with semifinal action on Monday here at Silex High School. Those are our keys to the game. We'll check our starting lineups for you next on KJFM.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups for this ball game. First for the Bowling Green Bobcats. They'll lead it off with the third baseman, number 4, Caden Chandler. Batting second is the second baseman today, number 8, Adam Twalman. Batting in the 3 spot is the catcher, number 9, Cooper Keel. Then the shortstop, number 18, DJ Feldman. Batting fifth is the pitcher today, Cody Pogue. He wears number 19. Then the left fielder, number 42, Clay Lazier. Batting in the 7th spot is the center fielder, number 30, Owen Niemeyer. Batting 8th is the right fielder, number 12, Braden Heidecker. And batting 9th is the first baseman, number 24, Tristan Charlton. So again, it's Chandler, Twellman, Keel, Feldman, Pogue, Lazier, Niemeyer, Heidecker, and Charlton. And maybe some oddities with the lineup today is Cody Pogue is actually listed as the pitcher and designated hitter on this lineup card for the Bowling Green Bobcats. So Coach Matthew Jane maybe trying some maneuvering as far as the lineup goes here this afternoon. And for the Silex Owls, Coach Kent Hufty sends out this lineup. He'll lead it off with the shortstop, number 2, Ian Beckham. Then the center fielder, number 1, Blake Thurman. In the 3 spot is the right fielder, number 12, Josh Price. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 23, Timothy Carroll. In the 5 spot is the second baseman, number 4, Wesley Perkins. Then the catcher, number 6, Daniel Havlick. He bats 6th. Batting 7th is the left fielder, number 14, Steven Salyer. Then the first baseman, number 31, Hunter Hubbard. And batting 9th is the designated hitter, number 8, Blake Baragiola. And flexing on the mound here this afternoon is number 13, Colin Twellman. So the batting order goes, again, Beckham, Thurman, Price, Carroll, Perkins, Havlick, Salyer, Hubbard, and Baragiola, with Twellman pitching and playing defense only here this afternoon for the Silex Owls. Those are our starting lineups. First pitch is just minutes away here as we're getting up close to 3:30, which is our new scheduled start time here from Silex this afternoon. So we'll take a break, come back with baseball after this on KJFM.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MerBK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting merbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. The most complete coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing and the Mercantile Bank.
We're at Silex High School this afternoon. They're playing the national anthem. We'll take a quick break, come back with your first pitch after this on KJFM.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Your area sports leader, Eagle 102, gives you the best coverage of high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market, Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
All right, let's set the defense for the Silex Owls ahead of the start of this first inning. Across the outfield, it's Salyer in left, Thurman in center, Price is in right. Carroll's the third baseman, and Beckham at short. Perkins is the second baseman, at Hubbard over at first. Havlick behind the plate, and Colin Twellman, taking his warm-up tosses now for the Silex Owls, and each team has two Twalmans. That is a rarity.
That is. I was reading that, and I was like, I wonder if they're, like, all related somehow, I would assume.
Well, yeah, I don't think Twalman is a very common name, except for around this area.
Yeah.
You got Will, and is he the only one that
Adam.
Will and Adam, yeah, on Bowling Green, and then Colin and Tyler on the Silex Owls. So 4 Twalmans, and one of them on the mound here this afternoon to face the Bowling Green Bobcats as he takes his warm-up tosses. Love these Silex uniforms, the Cardinal-inspired owls on the bat.
Mm-hmm. I really like them, too. I haven't, like I said before, I haven't seen them this year, so I really do like those uniforms. They got the stirrups.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A couple of them do.
This is probably the most classic baseball uniform we have around the area.
Yeah, I think a couple of them, like I said, they have a couple that have stirrups. The other ones have just plain green socks, which is also rare to see.
Yeah, exactly. So for the Bobcats, again, it's going to be Chandler, Twalman, and Keel. If anyone gets on, DJ Feldman will bat in the cleanup spot this afternoon. As the throw goes down, we're ready for baseball here at Silex High School. And we'll be here again on Monday as that 4-team district begins play. We'll start it off with Louisiana, the top seed, taking on the 4-seed Van Far. The second game will be Paris and Silex. Bowling Green will start their district tournament on Friday at 1 o'clock against
Orchard Farm.
There you go, at Winfield High School. And some big news out of Winfield yesterday. Brian Keim is moving on from Winfield and the boys basketball program there. A strike called on the first pitch.
He's headed to Lafayette High School.
That is a big jump as far as exposure and status goes. That one inside, evens the count at a ball and a strike. So Chandler leads things off for Bowling Green. here at the beautiful Ryan Sports Complex in Silex, and there is a ball low as the bottom dropped out of that one. 2 balls and a strike. Chandler in the right-hand batter's box. He wears number 4. The next pitch to him is rope foul past third.
And he's going to have to wait.
Yeah, he was well out in front of that one. Made the adjustment to spoil the pitch, but evens the count at 2-2. It's an early start. None of my paperwork is where it's supposed to be or filled out properly. My goodness. 2-2 the count. Just underway, leadoff batter Caden Chandler, and the pitch to him is off the corner. And the count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Not a bad pitch. Havlick framed that really well, brought it back in. Looked like a strike from up here, but where it crossed the plate definitely was not.
So a payoff pitch to the leadoff man Chandler, and it misses low and away. And a leadoff walk here in the top of the first inning puts a runner aboard.
Not how you really want to start a game. My college coach is probably shaking in his boots over there. But, you know, it is what it is. And sometimes you have to get that out and get it worked out. And
yeah, you got to pitch around it now. That'll bring in Adam Twellman. The first pitch he sees is lifted foul and out of play. Just behind us at the base of the hill. Twellman's the second baseman today.
Looks like the Bobcats are really struggling to stay back on these pitches. Twalman's really not throwing too hard by any means. His ball looks to have a little bit of movement, but they need to sit back and drive.
Runner goes. Throw down. Havlick has a good one, and he is out at second base. Caught stealing, and that leadoff walk is erased. Pitch, I believe, was a ball.
It was a great throw down, though, from Havlick. I mean, Chandler was out by a mile. Very, very good throw. Spot on. Low. Perfect for the tag.
Boy, he has a gun.
He does. I bet that makes them think twice before stealing again.
There's strike 3 called. So the pitch that he stole on, it went up on the board for a second as a ball. It was actually a strike, and that is a strikeout looking for the second out. Twalman retired, and that'll bring in Cooper Keel. He's the Bobcat catcher. And he lifts one out to left, and at the foul line, it's caught. About 15 foot in front of the fence, and Bowling Green is down, not in order, but after 3 batters, and we head to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Silex coming up on Eagle 102.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, view your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
Pike County, Missouri Health Department is accepting appointments for upcoming COVID vaccination clinics. Appointments can be made online at www.pikecountyhealth.org or by calling our office at 573-324-2111. These will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Stay up to date with more clinics by subscribing to our PCHD e-news. If you do not have internet access, please call our office and ask how we can help you stay informed.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 can be found on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock Agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
We'll set the defense for the Bowling Green Bobcats ahead of this bottom of the first inning. Lazier is in left, Niemeyer in center, Heidecker is in right. Chandler's the third baseman, DJ Feldman at short. Twalman is the second baseman, and Charlton is over at first. Keel behind the plate, and Pogue warming up. I paused before Twalman. I'm like, wait a minute, he's the pitcher. No, that's the other. That's the other team. Yeah,
the other Twalman.
1 of 4. All right, we've covered that. For Silex, it'll be Beckham, Thurlman, and Price if anyone gets on Carroll here in the bottom of the first inning. As a leadoff walk for Bowling Green was erased on a caught stealing. The next two were retired, and a relatively quiet top of the first inning for Bowling Green. And Pogue, that herky-jerky motion, he's got some velocity, and he's just about ready to take on Ian Beckham.
And he threw against Hannibal the other night, and the Bobcats lost to the Pirates.
That is correct. Another odd start to that game with the lightning.
The rain delay, and, well, I guess it was the lightning delay first.
Yeah, the lightning, then the rain. So Beckham digs in. He's the shortstop, and where's number 2? First pitch to him is on the corner for strike 1. Pretty good fastball there to start this ball game off for Bowling Green.
Getting on top early is what you want.
The 0-1 from Pogue. Called a strike, high in the zone, 0-2 quickly to Ian Beckham.
We have a very animated umpire today. I'm a fan.
Well, we can hear it all the way up here on top of the hill as this one's grounded foul to the third baseman and picked up there by Caden Chandler and returned to his pitcher. So Beckham stays alive, but still in the hole, 0-2. Had to track down his bat. No balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man for the Owls. No score. And again, chop foul at the plate.
Just like the Bobcats, Beckham is out in front of that on Pogue as well. Sit back, get your pitch, and drive it.
You got to be ready for the fastball and adjust to the changeup, and that's exactly what he did there to spoil it. And he calls time now right before Cody Pogue delivers another 0-2 pitch. Still 0-2, 5th pitch of the at-bat. The next on its way, and that one bounces in. Now it's a ball and 2 strikes. Thurman waiting in the wings, and then Price. Pogue has his sign, and from the stretch delivers and misses outside, 2-2.
He has kind of a small strike zone that he's trying to throw to right now because Beckham is he's squatted down so low, and that makes it really tough to throw to someone.
2-2 pitch, reaching for that one, and fouls it out of play toward the batting cage, past the Silex dugout. We were talking off air before the game how much these facilities, this Ryan Sports Complex, has improved over the years.
Yeah, I remember playing softball on the baseball field here, and it was not a desired place to play.
That hits, and Cooper Keel lobbying that he stuck his arm out, and that's the first time that Pogue has lost his hat today, something we will see all day long.
Multiple times.
Against Hannibal, it came off 716 times during that game. So a hit by pitch puts the leadoff man on. So both teams get a free pass to first base with their leadoff man. That'll bring in Blake Thurman. He of dunking fame from basketball season. And a check on that runner at first, and back in with a head-first slide was Beckham. He takes his lead off first. See if they challenge Keel here. Pitches inside and a ball. And the runner stays at first. Cooper not afraid to throw that snap back to first base either.
Or third. Or down second.
Right?
He's thrown around quite a bit this year.
That one over the head of Thurman, and the count goes to 2-0. So
for a while, Cody Pogue was really around the strike zone. I mean, it was 0-2 for the longest time, and he just kept throwing to that strike zone, and Beckham kept fouling him off. And after hitting Beckham, he seems to be a little bit frazzled here.
That one is roped and fouled on the left field line, and the count goes to 2-1. Thurman jumped on that one, jumped on it a little early, and put it over the head of Coach Hufty. Ken Hufty, the head coach, third base coach, Cody Baer in the first base box are well behind it. And the count 2-1 to Blake Thurman. And that one a called strike on the outside corner, evens the count at 2-2. Runner at first, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Cody Pogue has his sign. And a 2-2 pitch is hit to the third base, and Chandler up with it. Out at second. Throw to first, not in time. They get the lead runner in the first out.
It's a good turn from Chandler. He had to come, cover that 5-6 hole. His momentum was taking him to second base and made a really good throw. Unfortunately, just wasn't in time and to get that double play turned.
So Beckham out on the fielder's choice. 5-4 on the put out. And it'll bring Josh Price to the plate. Check on the runner at first, and back in with that first slide is Blake Thurlman. Good defense as something that's been sporadic all season in the high school game. There's a pitch up high on the first to Price, and he's ahead 1-0.
And I think Bowling Green, if Chandler's not on the mound, he's a great defensive player. And so you have to make that decision, where do you want him on defense? On the mound or at third base?
Yeah. He's a pretty good third baseman for these Bowling Green Bobcats. And he gets a lot of chances, like more than usual. The ball kind of gravitates to him. He's a magnet.
Most times we don't really see third baseman getting a lot of balls, but every time that I've seen him play third base, he's fielded a couple.
Pogue had to retie his shoe. The count 2-0. Pitch a strike, throw down is offline, and a stolen base for Thurlman.
That ball carried just a little bit, and I think the wind was probably a little bit of a factor there. And Adam Twalman had it tip off of his glove, and Cooper Keel wanted that one. The throw was on time, just not on the line.
Yeah, it had a tail to it, that's for sure. So now a runner in scoring position. And the next is hit to the third baseman on a line and caught by Caden Chandler. And just like we said, the ball finds Caden Chandler. So a line out is the second out, and the runner still in scoring position here in the bottom of the first inning for the Silex Owls. And that brings in Timothy Carroll. He's the third baseman, wearing number 23. That's Hankey's number. But he's gone now. He's graduated. First pitch misses to Carroll, and the next is fouled off. He evens the count at 1-1. The on-deck hitter corrals that one. And the next goes back to the screen. Runner will advance. So now a runner at third with two down. And Silex threatening here in the bottom of the first inning.
I think Pogue did a really good job about getting those last two batters out. But now we're in a tough situation. You have a runner on third base. You have your four-hitter up. And, you don't want to be too fine. You don't want to throw a ball past.
That's a strike called. Evens things up at 2-2. They had Wesley Perkins' number wrong. That's why I'm confused on the lineup card. And that one misses outside. Count goes full. Second full count of the inning. And the payoff pitch bounces, goes back to the screen. They're going to try and score the run. The throw off the glove of Pogue, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Owls.
A little bit of collision at home plate. Cody Pogue just trying to make something happen there. He knew that ball was getting away. He took off, ran home, and when he did, Cooper Keel tossed the ball back to him. He knocks it down with his glove, and then he gets slid into. So
everybody's okay, though.
Yeah.
And it's a walk to Carroll. So he's at first now with two down. And Silex with a 1-0 lead, and that'll bring in Wesley Perkins. And he takes a ball on the first pitch he sees. A lot of pitches being thrown by Pogue here in the bottom of the first.
especially with 2 outs. You know, we were just talking about defense. Let your defense work. Let them hit the ball. It doesn't always have to be a strikeout.
There's a strike called. One and one the count with a runner at first and 2 down. I don't think Carroll is too interested in running, and there's a looping swing and a miss from Perkins. Batting out of the 5 spot. He's behind 1 and 2. He's ready. Pogue is ready. The pitch swung on and missed, and that'll end this bottom of the first inning. First strikeout of the afternoon for Cody Pogue. Bowling Green allows a run. Silex leads after 1 full inning. Back with the second after this on KJFM.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
We roll to the second inning here at Silex. And for the Bobcats, it's going to be Feldman, Pogue, and if anyone gets on, Clay Lazier. Otherwise known as the 4, 5, and 6 hitters after Bowling Green got a leadoff walk. Then there was a caught stealing, and only 3 came to the plate in the top of the first. So Bowling Green looking to tie things up as Silex scored. Pushed a run across with some magic.
Mm-hmm.
A little pixie dust. Sprinkled it on there and got the run across. A stolen base. Goes to third on a pass ball. Goes home on a pass ball. So they get the lead without a hit.
Putting pressure on the Bobcats early, which has been a pretty good method for most teams.
One hopper to the third baseman, up with it and over for the first out. Nice play there by Timothy Carroll on a strong throw to get DJ Feldman. So 1 away, 5-3 on the putout. And that'll bring in Cody Pogue, trying to help his own cause here in the top of the second inning. In Bowling Green's next action Friday, 12:45 pregame, 1 o'clock first pitch from Winfield in the opening round of districts. That one right back up the box, knocked down by the second baseman, but no chance to get Pogue running down the line. And the Silex pitcher, Colin Twellman, just lucky to get out of that one alive.
Mm-hmm. Pogue sat back on that pitch, and he waited, and he drove it right up the middle. I mean, the middle was pinched here, so obviously it was pretty easy for either a shortstop or a second baseman to get to that ball, but Cody Pogue legged that out and picked up a single for himself.
Almost a shift on that play, and still able to get on with that speed is Cody Pogue, and that brings in Clay Lazier. First pitch he sees is swung on and missed. He was way out in front of that one for strike 1.
I think that's been the tale for most of the season for Lazier. I mean, he has a great swing. He started at the top of the lineup for the Bobcats, and he just seems almost too eager to hit the ball. And
this one off the mound, right to the second baseman. He's standing on the bag. The throw is low, but they get it at first base. Nice scoop over there by Hubbard. And that is a 4-3 double play, and the Bobcats are retired here in the bottom of the first inning. Good defense. The shift works. That one bounced chest high off the mound right to the second baseman standing on the bag to retire the side. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Silex coming up, leading Bowling Green 1-0 on KJFM.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Bank of Louisiana, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
For the Owls, who lead this game 1-0 in the second inning, it's going to be Havlick to lead things off, then Salyer and Hubbard. That's the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the homestanding Owls. As the throw goes down, seems like Cooper has a tail on everything he's throwing today, even the throw down in between innings. But
the wind has picked up when he's thrown down, so maybe let's go with that for him.
Well, he flung that one.
Yeah.
Kind of sidearmed it as it went back to the screen, and he just wanted to get that over with. So Havlick, the catcher, leads things off, and he takes a strike called on the first pitch he sees.
It's really good of Cody Pogue to come out and hop on top of a hitter, especially after the inning that he had last inning.
This one fouled at the plate, and the hat comes off again, and it's 0-2. Havlick, a junior, wears number 6 and bats from the right-hand side.
Instead of tracking strikeouts, maybe we should track the number of times his hat falls off.
We're at 2. And the next pitch on its way. There's the hat off again. This one hit to the shortstop, and Feldman was expecting a higher hop than that, and an error will put the leadoff man on for the Silex Owls. He's 6, and that brings in Steven Salyer.
Earlier I was saying, throw to the batters, let them hit, let your defense work, and as a pitcher that can be frustrating at times.
This one bunted, and it's foul in front of the plate by Salyer, and strike 1. So the Owls trying to get a little creative here, move the runners around. And they'll have to try something else now. Batter has time, and now he steps in. Runner takes his lead off first, showing bunt again, and this one he gets down. Pogue fields it. The only play is to first. High throw.
I think he had some time if he would have looked at second.
That's a tough play.
It is a tough play.
Coming down off the mound to that position. So the sacrifice is good. 1-3 on the putout. And that's the first down here in the bottom of the second inning. But it puts a runner in scoring position and brings in Hubbard. This one pounded foul past third. And Coach Hufty wanted no part of that one. 0-1 to the number 8 man in this order. The next pitch to Hubbard up high, evens the count at a ball and a strike. A runner at second is Havlick. He reached on an error. The 1-1 pitch, and that's the strike called. 1-2. Hubbard decided at the last second that was pretty good. Too late to pull the trigger. Big hole as they hold the runner at second base. And that one off the end of the bat. Still a 1-2 count, but a nice job by Hubbard to stay alive.
A good 2-strike pitch from Pogue. You don't want to be over the meat of the plate. You don't want any room for someone to drive that runner in. But you want to try to get them out. Like I said, use your defense.
The 1-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle to the shortstop. Feldman up with it. Throw over in plenty of time. And there's a runner at second again, or at third again with 2 outs. Not a sacrifice, but a productive out. So 2 away for the number 9 man, Blake Baragiola. He's the DH today. Where's number 8? Bats from the right-hand side. Nobody wears batting gloves anymore.
I know. It makes me feel like a wimp. I actually,
You're fine.
I like the feeling of them.
Exactly. Low on the first pitch was Pogue, and the count 1-0 to Baragiola. The 1-0 in the dirt again, 2-0. Blake is a big guy.
Yes, he is.
Two balls, no strikes. Runner at third, 2 outs. Silex trying to push across the second run here. There's a swing and a miss. As the runner was screaming down the line, he gets back into third. And the count 2-1. That one in the dirt, 3-1.
We don't want to walk Baragiola here because, one, it's the bottom of the lineup, but two, you have a runner on third base. So the less you can throw now, the better.
Pogue's already thrown a lot of pitches. He's gone deep into counts, and Silex has fouled off some good ones, and that one is low, and there are runners at the corners now with 2 down as Baragiola walks. Second walk issued. A hit by pitch in there as well.
And
for
it was
Pogue.
to Beckham. And so Beckham steps in the box. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning.
And that is a strike called on the first pitch to Ian Beckham.
Ian Beckham went deep into the count against Pogue in that first inning. I think there was 5 pitches in, and we were still at 0-2. He had kept fouling them off.
Mm-hmm. Time granted. And Coach Hufty wanted to talk to his batter. That allows 1 ball to come back into the field from being fouled off. We've only had a couple leave the playing surface so far. Most of the foul balls have been landing within 10 feet of the plate. 1-0 Silex. Runners at the corners, 2 down, and that almost hit him again. Ball gets away, and it's 2-0 Silex. Head first slide, and in to score is Havlik.
Cody Pogue is a little upset with himself, as you probably are if you're a pitcher out there and you let your 2 runs score on
without a hit.
Balls. Yeah, like it's not hits. It's just he's kind of hurting himself here, and that's something to be frustrated about.
2-0 the Silex lead, and that one bounces in, and Baragiola will stay at second base. Count goes to 2-1. The next is low, 3-1.
Oh, it's pretty close. Thought that was going to be called for a strike. But we have 2 outs here, and Cody Pogue just needs to throw a ball, get a ground ball, get out of this inning, get back in, and let your team hit.
This field plays pretty true. We shouldn't see too many errors today. The 3-1 offering, and that one is hit in the air mile high, an absolute mile high. Who wants it? Second baseman, and it's going to get down. It twisted Twalman around, throw to the plate, is in front of the plate, and it's 3-0. Into second goes Beckham, excuse me. So it is an RBI hit, we'll say. And he goes to second on the throw home. Baragiola comes all the way around. I think if Keel sets up behind the plate on that one, the throw may have still beat him there, but he came out in front to make sure it didn't get away from him. 3-0 and a runner at second base, and that's a ball to Thurlman.
The other thing about that is I don't think anybody was expecting that ball to drop, so everybody was everywhere where they weren't supposed to be.
That was a major league pop-up, and those can be pretty tough. This one hit into center field, moving over on it and making the catch is Niemeyer to end the inning. 2 more come across for Silex. They finally have a hit to go along with those runs We head to the third inning already. Wow. 3-0 Silex leads Bowling Green on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is the Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Third inning here at Silex High School, 3-0. The Owls lead the Bowling Green Bobcats this afternoon. Mark Fronick, Madison Ingram, and Bowling Green has their work cut out for them this afternoon. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit and gotten down in this ball game.
And I think the important thing to remember here is there's a lot of game left to play, and they can put those runs up as long as they don't get down on themselves and they go after it as it's an 0-0 game.
So Twalman back out there for his third inning of work. This one grounded past the third baseman and shortstop and into short left field. It's a leadoff hit. His first pitch swinging was Owen Niemeyer, and he gets the base knock.
And that's a good way to start the inning and a good way to give some momentum to your team, getting that base runner on just to start the inning.
It is the third consecutive inning that they had the leadoff man aboard. Actually, not the leadoff man, but a runner aboard.
Mm-hmm.
It was the leadoff man in the first, a one-out hit in the second. But they've all been erased one way or another, either by caught stealing or a double play. So that one's fouled off on the first pitch to Heidecker. And he's behind 0-1. Heidecker, then Charlton, then back to the top of the order for Chandler.
Looks like Silex is pinching the middle once again, looking to turn that double play.
Lost the grip on that curveball, and it sails politely over the head of Heidecker. Evens the count at 1-1. Not going to do any damage hitting a batter with that pitch.
No.
The 1-1 offering from Twalman on its way. Runner goes, and this one's hit into center field. I'll have to put on the brakes. Actually caught by the right fielder. So putting it away is Price.
Little hit and run action, and unfortunately didn't work out for them. I like the hit and run, but situations just like that, as that ball is popped up pretty shallow, it can be tough to get back, and Owen Niemeyer had to throw on the brakes and turn around.
Balls in the air are adventure here today.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't 100% that Price was going to catch that one the way it started moving. Snap throw to first, and back in with the head first slide is Niemeyer. Pitch missed, and it's 1-0. Tristan, first at bat of the ball game, out of that 9 spot. Head in the count 1-0. Colin Twellman has his sign. He kicks and delivers. Oh, big curve there. Ball gets away, however, after the swing and a miss, and Niemeyer will go to second. In fact, he'll round second. Now he'll go back.
Puts the Bobcats' first runner in scoring position for the day.
So pass ball. 1-1 the count. Long look in from Twalman. And the 1-1 offering finally heads to the plate. Goes back with that curveball and misses. 2-1.
It's not a bad pitch from Twalman. I mean, he's used it really well, and it's to his advantage today. I think a lot of Bowling Green batters have bit and, got out on that pitch.
Coach O'Haron just walked by with her daughter. Her daughter's backpack is as big as her daughter.
Uh-huh.
That is adorable. Check on the runner at second. Throw was there, but caused the second baseman to go into a barrel roll to keep it from going into center field. 2-1 the count. Runner at second base, 1 out for Bowling Green, who trail this game 3-0 at Silex. Good crowd.
Especially for a 3:30 start.
Yeah.
Everybody took off work early for the day.
Looping curveball, and that misses just high, and the count goes to 3-1. You don't want to walk the number 9 man, especially with the runner already in scoring position.
Especially coming up to the top of the lineup, Chandler for the Bobcats, who was formerly their 4-hitter. He can do some damage.
Yes, he can. He swings a heavy bat.
Mm-hmm.
The 3-1 pitch from Twalman to Charlton, and he missed just off the corner. And it is a 1-out walk, and there's runners at first and second.
Chance for Bowling Green to get on the board here with just the swing of the bat.
Brings the tying run to the plate. With 1 out, runners at first and second. Silex has already turned 1 double play today. Caden Chandler walked his first time up, was caught stealing. The first pitch to him from Twalman comes to the plate, and it's hit into center. Moving over, and it's going to be the right fielder in the gap making the catch. The runner from second will tag and go to third. So there's going to be runners at the corners now with 2 outs. As that ball went a long way and had a big old tail on it again.
Yes, and I was expecting the center fielder to catch it as much tracking as he was doing.
Uh-huh.
Right fielder just had to take a couple steps. But
he was playing deep into the gap, yeah.
Yep.
So that brings in Adam Twalman for his second at bat. He struck out looking his first time up. Bowling Green trying to get on the board here in the top of the 3rd inning. Twalman against Twalman. Colin delivers. Adam takes a strike. Oh, 0-1 the count.
Coach Jane's trying to coach Twalman, not the pitcher, the batter, to hit it to the right side of the field.
0-1. Fouled off, 0-2. So far, Collins had the better of this matchup. That one off the sidewall, which is concrete, so they check it and make sure it doesn't have a big old scuff on it.
Yeah, Adam Twalman was caught looking last at bat.
Runners take their leads off of first and third, 2 down, 0-2 count to Adam Twalman. Colin Twellman's pitch, reaching for that one and fouls it up the hill behind home plate. Looks like I got some blockers over where I parked down the hill.
They had me pull into the lower parking lot, flagging me down.
Yeah, you don't have the credentials.
And then they tried to get me to pay, and I was like, oh, I work for KJFM. Let me in.
I park in the danger zone is all I do. Still 0-2 after the foul ball. And Twalman's pitch to Twalman is on its way. And he rips it to third base. One hopper, low throw, and it gets away from the first baseman. 1 run comes in. Charlton rounding third. He's heading home. No throw. Now a late throw, and it's wild. And they're going to try and get that runner to third, and they will. So a 3-base error, 2 runs come across, and it's a 1-run ball game here at Silex.
That was an odd series of events right there. Like, second baseman's holding the ball for a really long time as people were just running. It was almost like he was like, okay, you guys can run. It's kind of the look on his face. But nobody was really calling
I don't
where
think
to throw.
anyone was helping him out.
Which was technically the right thing to do. If you're not hearing anything, don't just chuck the ball. But at the same time, just played it.
Run it back toward the middle of the field
Yeah.
until you figure out what's going on. If you can't get your bearings, run toward the pitcher's mound. And there's a strike called on the first pitch to Cooper Keel, who flew out to left his first time up. Batting with 2 outs here, tying run at third base here in the top of the third inning. Errors have been the keys to runs so far in this ball game. This one back up the middle, and that's a base hit, and we're tied. In to score is Twalman, RBI for Cooper Keel. And we're all knotted up at 3 here in the top of the third inning.
As I said at the beginning, this game is long, and it's treat it like an 0-0 game. Somebody's got to score, and Bobcats will put 3 on the board.
That'll bring in DJ Feldman. He grounded to the third baseman his first time up, who threw it across for the out. Little chilly, little overcast here at Silex this afternoon, but still a beautiful place to watch a ball game.
Very nice field, well maintenanced. Even have the lines in the outfield.
There's a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Feldman. He's the 7th batter of the inning for the Bowling Green Bobcats, who have tied this game at 3 with 3 in the frame. 3-base error, the key in this one. Check on the runner at first, and back in with the head first slide is Cooper Keel, who has the only RBI for Bowling Green today. You would be so jealous of the playing surface on the softball diamond. The grass is just gorgeous over there.
You know, whenever I took photos this fall, I was just standing out there like, can I just throw a jersey on?
Yeah,
Who would mind?
go
Who
back.
would notice?
I can't throw on a jersey anymore. It's
a little too obvious. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, the bald guy with gray hair on the sides. Yeah. That one missed. Evens accounted 1-1 to Feldman. The next is popped up on the infield. This thing is a mile high, and the catcher will take care of it in front of the pitcher's mound to retire the side. Bowling Green scores 3. A 3-base error and a base hit tie this ball game. Silex coming up in the bottom half on Eagle 102.
I'm Tylee, CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Erie's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice at all parts.
So Bowling Green ties it. A little bit sloppy at times in this ball game. Hat almost came off poke there. That would have been number 4. Does it count in my tally if he does it between innings?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Because he still has to adjust.
He needs a smaller head is what he needs.
Yeah. Well, I think, so whenever they played Hannibal, I tried to understand why it falls off so much. He moves it off of his head.
Oh, really?
In between pitches. So he kind of like loosens it and like lifts it up. And so then it pops off easier.
Well, I can see on that last pitch he threw in warm-ups that it was high up on his head. And when he threw that time, it went down over his eyes, which that's kind of dangerous as a pitcher. But
I
Very
guess it's
interesting.
all preference.
Yeah, it'll be Price to lead things off, then Carroll and Perkins for the Owls as they try and jump back ahead. They scored one in the first, two in the second, and they'll start it with a hit by pitch. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I thought it hit him, but
I thought it did too. It kind of had a weird tail.
He was pointing at it at his arm. Hey, that hit me.
Yep.
The home plate umpire said, "No, it got your shirt." There's a strike. Ooh, called a ball. That was a good pitch.
That was close.
2-0. The Bowling Green fans letting the home plate umpire know where that pitch was. The 2-0. This one chopped to the third baseman. Waiting on it is Caden Chandler, and the throw across is in time to get him by a step. So Price is retired, 5-3 on the putout.
He also has a rocket for an arm. I mean, that ball was just...
Yeah, he doesn't take anything off his throws, whether he's pitching or playing third base.
Yeah, he's pitching to first base.
That's a long pitch.
90 feet.
So one down, base is empty, and the first pitch to Carroll is in for a strike. So they had Price swinging 2-0 and ground out to third. Now the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Carroll 0-2 quickly.
Carroll walked last time that he was up at the plate.
He's the third baseman. Where's number 23? Pogue comes set, and Cody's pitch. Strike three called. Got him looking. Second strikeout of the afternoon.
A little bit of momentum for Bowling Green. I mean, that's big for them after scoring 3 runs. Coming back and getting 2 outs quickly like that. And Matt Jane is out to speak with Cody Pogue.
And I think Pogue he's arguing a little bit with his coach, like, I'm fine, but they're going to bring in a new pitcher.
Interesting.
So a pitching change here with 2 outs and the base is empty in the third inning, and I just wonder if there's maybe something wrong with Pogue, because that's an odd time and an odd reaction to being lifted from the ball game.
Yeah.
So we'll take a break as they bring in the new pitcher. Get you the information on him when we come back. We're in the third on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Your most complete coverage of area high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Cellular and Satellite Center, and Abel's Quick Shops.
Alex Miller, the new pitcher for Bowling Green, and I'll have to check the lineup card down on the field between innings. We're up in the mezzanine here to see the exact move, but I think Pogue is going to stay in as the DH, and that may have been the plan, like you said off air, by Coach Matthew James the whole time, was to double slot him and then lift him early so they would have pitches for Pogue available on Friday.
That's the optimistic thought, hopefully.
Yes. Missing on the first one was Miller, and the 1-0 pitch is low to Wesley Perkins. So he's added the new Bowling Green pitcher 2-0. with the bases empty and 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning in a tie ball game.
And Pogue got Perkins out on a swinging strikeout last inning, so we'll see how Miller adjusts here.
Missed low, and the count 3-0 to Perkins. Havlick on deck. The 3-0 pitch is called a strike. Good get over fastball there.
I think coming in the middle of an inning like this is one of the hardest things to do.
The 3-1 offering. Called strike 2. He's come back strong. One of the Bowling Green fans said, just throw 3, and that's what he's done so far. He threw 2 straight strikes and trying to get him here, but missed inside. So the count went full, and then he lost him. And it's a 2-out walk and a go-ahead run at first base for the Owls. Look at all the assistance that Havlick got removing his catching gear. He had 2 guys out there, 1 on each leg.
That would be so nice.
You need a quick release button or something on those things.
Yeah. He's a junior, so maybe he got some underclassmen to do it.
A strike on the outside corner, probably.
You guys are in charge of taking my shin guards off.
Remove the guards. Now, if he gets them to put them back on him, that's the big test.
That is the big test.
The 0-1. Back to the pitcher, and they'll get the out at first. He didn't know how many outs there were, I think, Miller, there for a second as he was looking for the double play, and they said, no, just go to first. And the inning is over. Silex strands a runner. We head to the 4th. Knotted at 3, Bowling Green and Silex on KJFM.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall with Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Maddie Ingram, Mark Froelich here with you on Eagle 102, and we have a ball game going here, knotted at 3 as Twalman takes the mound for the Owls. And, we're hoping that Bowling Green can put some runs on the board here and continue to score and hopefully pull away here from the Owls.
Why didn't you remind me to not go from sitting for 40 minutes to a sprint down a hill?
You were jogging. You were jogging down that hill.
My knees locked up about 4 steps away from this table.
I was actually super proud of you. I was like, get your exercise in.
I'll be winded for the next inning and a half. First pitch to Pogue, now the designated hitter.
Last time he batted, he had a hard ground ball up the middle for a single. Almost taken away from him, but he legged it out.
The 1-0 is chopped to the shortstop. Long throw across, and they'll get him this time. Good stretch at first base from Hunter Hubbard after a nice play by Beckham at short.
And that was close, too. I mean, Cody Pogue really legged that one out just like he did the first time. I mean, he made that close. He
doesn't cheat.
Mm-hmm.
If anything happens, he's not even just looking at first base, but advancing to second or beyond. That'll bring in Clay Lazier, who grounded into a double play his first time up. And they play him straight up the middle again, the second baseman almost standing behind the bag. Missed on the first. 1-0 the count to Clay.
I wonder how good his range is with such a wide gap and hole in between, first and second there.
That was a huge cut from Lazier, came up empty and evens the count at a ball and a strike.
He has to be fairly confident that no one's going to hit it to the right side.
Yeah, right?
Like 100% confident almost. Because it's such a big gap. I mean, he's playing basically center field, short center field.
Uh-huh. You got the right fielder there, though, that's standing behind that hole, as that one is nubbed at the plate to even the count at 2-2.
It makes sense because, most of the Bobcats here, and I'm assuming most other teams, are in front of Twalman.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to hit it to the left side.
And Bowling Green is a heavy pull team.
Mm-hmm.
That one wouldn't chase outside, and the count goes full at 3-2. Silex is yet to have a 1-2-3 inning, but they had 2 innings where they only faced 3 batters. Those were the first 2. All the damage came last inning. Bowling Green scored 3 times on just a hit. That one just missed on the curve. And the trend continues. Bowling Green continues to get base runners. And that'll bring in Owen Niemeyer, who singled his first time up.
Just a 5-6 hole.
Got a little waggle in his stance. And the pitch from Twalman heads to the plate. Runner doesn't go, and a ball inside. Same pitch, same call as the one that walked Clay Lazier. 1 on, 1 out. And the next from Twalman on its way. And this one is roped into center field, but right at Blake Thurman for the second out. Boy, and they waste no time getting the ball back in, do they? Very active outfield.
Yeah, they're pretty much everywhere. Like we were saying earlier, that ball that Chandler hit to right center, I mean, I thought that the center fielder was going to be able to make that grab, and right fielder got it, but they were everywhere, which is good.
Yeah.
A lot of ground to cover out there.
Yeah, it's a big ballpark here. 284 down the right field line. Was that 303?
360 and then 313 down there.
313. 360 to center. That's big.
Heidecker flied out to right field last inning.
First pitch, called a ball. And the next is the runner takes a big lead off first, doesn't go, and it misses low. 2-0. Charlton on deck. He walked his first time up. Now the battle is between Colin Twellman and the 8th place hitter for Bowling Green, Braden Heidecker. And he hits one off the end of the bat to the right fielder, and right there to put it away is Josh Price. Bowling Green leaves a runner on. We're still tied as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning on Eagle 102.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown Smokehouse Meats.
Jumping jacks between innings, huh?
Yeah, that's how you have to stay loose.
It's kind of chilly today.
Yeah.
Not terrible chilly, but
No.
kind of chilly.
Yeah.
Back out there for his second inning of work is Alex Miller in relief of Cody Pogue. And Pogue was doing a lot of, look at Niemeyer in center field, bouncing along with Thunderstruck from AC/DC. So it'll be Salyer to lead things off, then Hubbard and Baragiola, the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Owls. And the pitch from Miller on its way. And it's in the dirt for ball one. To Salyer, the left fielder who sacrificed his first time up. 3-3 ball game. Silex with a run in the first, 2 more in the second. Bowling Green with 3 in the third. And that's a strike called.
Caught the inside corner of the plate, and Salyer had to kind of back away.
1-1 the count. But, yeah, I've seen Pogue kind of flexing that arm a little bit.
Yeah.
As that one bounces away, 2-1.
I tried to read conversations from up here between players and coaches. And, it never goes as planned. But some of the
Do you
other players,
give them little voices in your head?
Yeah. But it looked like when Chandler was explaining it to Coach Hufty over there from the Owls, he was grabbing at his arm trying to explain too. So I'm hoping that it wasn't something arm related for the Bobcats' sake, but
maybe a little forearm strain or maybe just some fatigue at this point in the season, as that one missed, and the count goes to 3-1, and there's a strike called to Salyer to load things up. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the 7th place hitter for Silex. Miller with a payoff pitch, and this one chopped high. Going to have to wait on it to come down. Chandler's throw is in time. Oh, man, Caden with an absolute cannon over there. Put his first baseman, Charlton, on the ground, but he stayed on the bag and was able to haul that one in for the first out. That's just a great play on both ends.
good hands from Chandler waiting back on that ball. It's so easy to try to come through that and bobble it, and waiting back was probably tough for one because of how quickly Salyer was getting down the line. But, you know, they were able to hold on and get that play, which was really big, especially for Miller.
That'll bring in Hunter Hubbard, who struck out his first time swinging and takes the ball to start his second at bat. He wears number 31. He's the first baseman, and the 1-0 pitch heads to the plate, and that one's fouled back right at us. Off the screen, evens the count at 1-1.
Hubbard with a ground ball to shortstop last time. He was thrown out at first base by DJ Feldman.
And the next is low, 2-1. And the next pitch to Hunter is inside. And the count goes to 3-1.
Hubbard has a pretty good eye here. I mean, he's making Miller work. He's around the strike zone, but Hubbard's not swinging. He knows the strike zone of this umpire.
And that one is low, and it's a one-out walk. And Hubbard aboard for the first time. That'll bring in Blake Baragiola. He walked, came around to score, which at the time made it 3-0. He'd like to put a charge into one here. Didn't pull the trigger that time. And a strike on the appeal. And it's 0-1.
Up in the zone from Miller. Had quite a bit of velocity compared to his other pitches, too.
Big pop in the glove, and that one misses. A little less pop on that one. Same location, but evens the count at a ball and a strike.
Cooper Keel's keeping an eye on Hubbard down there and keeps looking like, don't you dare go. I will throw the ball.
Swing and a miss. And Baragiola behind 1-2. Miller has been pretty good in relief of Pogue. That one misses, and the count 2-2. Very vocal Bowling Green crowd today.
That's always fun, though.
Until
somebody gets tossed.
That's strike 3 called. Ball gets away, but first base was occupied, and that's the second out.
even if people get tossed, it's still fun. But you can't laugh while it's happening. You have to laugh after the fact that it's happened.
Well, it doesn't happen very often here. I was talking to Coach Hankey, and he said a recent game was probably the closest he had to come to ejecting someone from the ballpark. I won't say the other team. This one grounded to the shortstop, played off to the side, and Feldman will just flip to second for the third out. 6-4 on the putout. We head to the fifth inning. We're tied at 3. Bowling Green coming up against Silex on KJFM.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, view your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
Pike County, Missouri Health Department is accepting appointments for upcoming COVID vaccination clinics. Appointments can be made online at www.pikecountyhealth.org or by calling our office at 573-324-2111. These will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Stay up to date with more clinics by subscribing to our PCHD e-news. If you do not have internet access, please call our office and ask how we can help you stay informed.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
This may be the quickest first 4 innings we've had all season long, as we're in a 3-3 ball game here at Silex. Silex got ahead 3-0. Bowling Green all at once tied it up, and we've been tied now for a couple innings here at Silex High School. Silex will be the site of district play coming up on Monday, doubleheader. First game, Louisiana and Van Far. Second game, Paris and Silex. And that is the entire first round of that district. Is reaching for this one and lifting it into right. Going back on it, and did he make the catch? He did. Wow. What a catch out in right center field by Josh Price to absolutely rob Tristan Charlton, and he has just been snake bit this season.
I really thought that ball was going to get over his head, and I mean, he just reached up and grabbed that ball, and Price did a fantastic job. I mean, he just took off. As soon as that bat hit the ball, he was gone, and he truly did rob Charlton. We saw a similar catch in left field by Jordan Luck yesterday from Louisiana. Oh, yes, we did. As that one falls low on the first pitch to Caden Chandler. Chandler has walked and flown out to center. 0 for 1 today. He wants to put a charge into the baseball here and hits it to the second baseman. They weren't putting the shift on for him. Low throw, but a nice stretch at first base by Hubbard to complete the play. So Chandler is retired for the second time. And that'll bring us to Adam Twalman. Twalman is struck out looking and reached on an error, actually a 3-base, 2-run error last time up. That's what picked up a lot of Bowling Green's runs. And then he scored the third run himself. This one is ripped deep to left, but making the catch out there is the left fielder, Steven Salyer, heading back toward the foul pole to retire the side. Bowling Green gives a couple of balls a ride, but it's a 1-2-3 inning, and we head to the bottom of the fifth. It's time to stretch here at Silex, all knotted at 3 with Bowling Green on KJFM.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for ego. Power beyond belief.
High school sports all season long on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
3-3 ball game. Silex coming up against the Bowling Green Bobcats here at Silex High School in the bottom of the fifth. And been a pretty fun ball game so far here between these two EMO rivals.
Pretty decent pitching from both sides. Very good defense, I think, is one of the big things that we've seen. I love watching outfielders because the older you get, the more important outfield is.
Yeah.
Like in the outfield, whenever you're younger, people just stick you out there because, well, you may not be the greatest, right? But now you see people making these big plays, and it's one of my favorite parts of both baseball and softball.
Oh, the old I Play Right Field song.
Yeah.
And right field has been probably the best position for Silex today, as this one's lifted into center, and Thurman retired on the first pitch here in the bottom of the fifth inning. On a nice catch by the center fielder, Owen Niemeyer. Mark Brunick, Madison Ingram here at Silex High School. Bowling Green will start districts on Friday, 12:45 pregame, 1 o'clock first pitch from Winfield against
Orchard Farm.
There you go. I keep forgetting. We don't see Orchard Farm as much as we used to.
No, we played them whenever I was in high school, pretty much until my sophomore year, I guess.
Well, they were in the EMO for a minute.
I couldn't even tell you, honestly, where Orchard Farm is.
St. Charles County.
I just remember getting in the bus and waking up in the middle of a cornfield.
Deep St. Charles County, yes. That one's fouled off by Price.
Price has had a line drive to third base and a ground ball to third base today, both outs for him. So he's 0 for 2.
And he challenged the third baseman, but was foul on that last pitch. 0-2 the count. And a swing and a miss as Miller pulled the string on him. And he's picked up his second strikeout since coming into the ball game with 2 outs in the third inning.
I think that he's done a fantastic job coming in this year. Whenever he played, he did Hannibal as well. He came in, he did super well, especially for, isn't he only a sophomore, I think?
This one grounded to the second baseman. Couple of hops. Little trouble with it, but Twalman readjusts and throws to Charlton for the third out. So a 1-2-3 top of the first, a 1-2-3, bottom of the fifth here at Silex High School. We're going to the sixth, still knotted at 3 here on Eagle 102.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Sixth inning. It's getting late here at Silex, even though it's early. It's still only 4:48 in the afternoon, but this ball game is getting late. All tied at 3, and pretty good ball game pitch, not only by Pogan Miller, but by Twalman for the Owls. And you have to put this in the quality start category because he's pitching into the sixth inning.
Yeah, and I think that this is probably the fastest game that we've had all year, and that comes from quality pitching and playing defense and getting in and out of innings pretty quickly.
All the fundamentals. Cooper Keel will lead things off. He flew out to left and has a single in this ball game, 1 for 2, and he takes a ball on the first pitch from Colin Twellman.
Cooper Keel has had a line drive to left field and a single ground ball up the middle.
And he takes another ball, 2-0.
He picked up the RBI when the Bobcats scored their runs, and he was the one who brought Twalman in.
The 2-0 pitch. And he rips that one. Fair ball into left. And it gets down for his second hit of the ball game. This one, the leadoff variety. Put it just inside the line, about 5 feet fair. And the leadoff man is on for the Bobcats, and that's the potential going-ahead run here in the top of the 6th inning, and it brings in DJ Feldman.
DJ's had a hard ground ball to third base for an out, and then he's flied out to the catcher as well.
Bunting here and bunts it foul at the plate. Keel will have to go back.
Not a bad idea. Cooper Keel's very quick. We've seen that in football season and in baseball season.
Especially for a catcher, he's fast.
Yeah. Very athletic build.
Not sure what he has on his head, but but we won't fault him for that.
No.
0-1.
It's fashion.
And that one goes up high.
Well,
you know it's not to keep his head cool.
No. It's not just a phase, Mom.
1-1 the count as that one went high to Feldman. Runner takes his lead off first. Twalman has a sign, pulls back a bunt, throws. They've got him picked off, but they throw the ball away. And he's going to go all the way to third, maybe even make the turn here. They're just getting the ball. He'll stop at third. A 2-base error, and they had him picked off. All the way around to third.
As much as they've walked this ball in, I would have at least gotten off the bat.
Yeah.
Made them make a play of some sort. Because we stopped, we jogged, we stopped.
The only reason I would have stayed there is because there's no outs.
Yep.
If there were 2 outs, I'd challenge. 2-1 the count. 1-2 the count, and a swing and a miss. And down on strikes is Feldman, and he slams the bat down.
He's kind of had a patchy year so far, and I mean, he gets hot at times, and just like everybody does, he's pretty streaky. So you see a lot of frustration, especially out a lot of the Bowling Green team.
And out of the dugout comes Ken Hufty, and I think we're going to have a pitching change here as Twalman may be reaching his limit here in the 6th inning. Runner at third, 1 out. Here in a tie game, top 6. Bowling Green threatening. And he's talking to him. He may not make the change here. And now they will. They're going to bring in the right fielder, Josh Price. He'll be the new pitcher. So Twalman's day on the mound is done. All knotted at 3. We'll take a break. Come back with more baseball here from Silex after this on KJFM.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
On air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. The most complete coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing and the Mercantile Bank.
So Josh Price is the new pitcher for Silex. I didn't see who went out to right field.
Yeah, It looks like a single-digit number. That's all that I can
if
tell
that
you.
helps.
Yes. If that is your child,
please report to the
broadcast booth.
Yeah. We're in the 6th inning, so it's getting late, and that's a very valuable base runner out there at third base with 1 out. So Price brought in to try and stop that runner from coming across, and he'll face Cody Pogue and then Clay Lazier. That's not a good sign. The last warm-up he threw went back to the screen. But we're just about ready to get back underway as Coach Hufty stuck around during the warm-up giving instructions to his new pitcher.
It'll be interesting to see how the outfield dynamic shifts. Price did a fantastic job in right. We just talked about that.
So Josh's first pitch to Pogue on its way. And he doesn't extend his zone, takes a ball outside.
Some pretty good velocity, especially compared to Twalman, who was in there before him. I mean, big difference there.
It was good sweeping fastball. But Cody wouldn't chase, and this one goes low, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, and a runner at third base.
Cody's had a hard ground ball up the middle for a single, and he's grounded out to the shortstop.
Looking for his second hit and an RBI, and that one bounces in and bounces away. They're going to try and score this go-ahead run, and Bowling Green has scored 4 straight and leads this ball game 4-3 in the top of the 6th inning.
Pogue is looking to get it started again. I mean, you want as much insurance as you can get going into this. They'll be going into the bottom of the 6th, and these are the last few outs of the game, so you want as much insurance as you can, help you out as much as you can.
3-0 the count to Cody Pogue. He'll get something to hit here. Wonder if he's got the green light. 3-1 offering from Price is a strike called. Went with the breaking ball on 3-0.
An odd choice.
Yeah.
But it worked well for him, so maybe do it again.
A get-over curveball. 3-1 to Pogue. This one is ripped past the shortstop and into left center field. Returned by Thurman quickly, but it's a 1-out hit. And just like he said, Bowling Green back in business after pushing the go-ahead run across. That'll bring in Clay Lazier. This is a good spot for him to bust out.
Yeah. He's had a ground ball up the middle for a double play, and he's walked. So
they put the shift on in the infield. A slight shift, a pinch like you said earlier. That one is low, and the ball gets away at the last second, and into second goes Pogue. That was interesting.
The Bowling Green dugout started screaming at Cody. Run! What are you doing?
1-0 the count to Clay Lazier. Now with an RBI opportunity, runner in scoring position. Double play out of order now unless you get a line. And that ball bounces. Snap throw down to second, and the ball pops out of the glove of the second baseman.
But that was close.
Yes, it was. Closer than it should have been. 2-0 the count.
Especially with a pitch in the dirt. He came up. He read that pitch very well.
Yeah. Price needs to throw a strike here. He's behind 2-0, was behind the first batter he faced. Coming in relief.
Working towards the bottom of the lineup.
And a ball in the dirt again, and advancing to third is Pogue. That was an ugly slide, but no throw, so he's now 90 feet away.
A hook slide of the sorts.
Yeah.
But it didn't look like a pretty hook slide.
And Coach Hufty back out of the dugout with the count at 3-0. He has not been able to throw a strike until there's already 3 balls to the 2 batters he's faced. And
at that, it was a breaking pitch for a strike.
Yeah.
which you would think would be a little bit harder to do.
Exactly. So mound visit here for Coach Hufty. Price stays in the game here. And the batter, Lazier, back in there, ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. 1 out, runner at third base. Bowling Green is pulled ahead. And the 3-0 offering is ball 4. Runners at the corners.
Just a little low, but not a bad pitch to come back to after a conversation with the coach.
Mm-hmm. Brings in Owen Niemeyer. Niemeyer has singled and flown out to center today. He's got batting gloves. He's our hero.
Thank you, Owen.
Bright red ones at that. And the first pitch, Niemeyer sees, runner goes from first.
Ooh.
The pitch called a strike. They faked like they were going to throw to second, trying to draw Pogue off of third base, nothing doing. 0-1 to Owen Niemeyer.
2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Swing of the bat, get a ground ball, could likely put a run across the plate.
Or 2.
Yes, we've seen that today.
This one lifted into right field. It's foul territory. Let it drop. Goes out of play anyway. And the count goes to 0-2.
A sacrifice fly would work too.
That would work to get an insurance tally across. Which that would have been if it would have been caught in foul territory. They still can tag on a foul ball if it's caught. Runners at second and third for Bowling Green already run in the inning. They lead this ball game 4-3 at Silex. 0-2 pitch. That was a pretty good pitch. Niemeyer really crowding the plate. That one went under his elbow, but was very close to strike 3. Look how much he's leaning over. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. On its way. And a swing and a miss. And that's the second out.
And the issue with hanging over the plate so much, your hands are so far away from your body. So when a ball breaks in on you, it's really hard to hit, which that was an advantage for Price there. That's how he got that strikeout.
Yeah, if you're a pitcher that isn't afraid to go there, you can dominate. Brings in Heidecker, and he takes a ball to start his third at bat. He's flown out to the right fielder twice. 0-2.
Which Price is no longer out there.
Yeah. It's taken some good catches from Price, too. If he lines one back to Price,
ball magnet.
I think Heidecker will go home. That one outside, 2-0.
He may have some sort of beef with Price after this. Doesn't even know him.
Long look in from Josh Price. Now he comes set. The 2-0 pitch. Instead, he steps off. And that draws some hoots and hollers from the Bowling Green dugout.
It's a good way to describe it.
2-0. There's a strike. Good get over fastball there from Josh Price to Heidecker, and it's 2-1. Runners at second and third, 2 away. Extremely long look for Price. And the 2-1 pitch finally comes to the plate.
Ooh.
And he held up his swing. It's 3-1.
Heidecker wanted that one. It was a great pitch. Great breaking pitch.
Tailing away from the right-handed batter. Charlton on deck. He'd love to come up with the bases loaded. Price has to throw a strike here to Heidecker, and he does. Heidecker was getting ready to throw the bat back to the dugout. which makes it harder to get a 3-2 call on a close pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. See if the runners get a head start here. The pitch lifted into left field, circling it, and the center fielder makes the catch as he gets into a hug there afterward with Salyer. But a nice play by Thurman to retire the side. But Bowling Green scores and pulls ahead 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here from Silex on KJFM.
I'm Tyler Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Your area sports leader, Eagle 102, gives you the best coverage of high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
4-3 Bowling Green as we start the bottom of the 6th inning here at Silex High School. Silex has left 3 aboard in this ball game. Bowling Green has left 4, so that either says they've made the most of their opportunities or they just haven't gotten many base runners in this game. I think it's the latter so far.
Yeah.
As we've had a few 1, 2, 3 innings.
And Price did a really good job coming in for the Owls because, you know, Bowling Green had their runners on and they had runners in scoring position. And he kind of nixed that and kept the score to 4-3. I mean, that's an easy comeback, at least, making it attainable for his team here.
So the batter to lead things off will be Wesley Perkins. Then Havlick and Salyer in the first pitch that Wesley sees as a strike. He has walked and struck out in 2 plate appearances today. And the 0-1 pitch nearly hit him, goes back to the screen, and it's 1-1.
Mark, I don't know if my depth perception is off today, but I keep thinking about the fly balls here, and I'm like, that's going to be super deep, whether it be in the outfield or the infield. And I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe where we're sitting. But struggled to see this today.
It is definitely different from this vantage. You broadcast a game from field level, at Louisiana or Clopton or over at Farber, and it's totally different from here in Bowling Green. This one nubbed in front of the plate. Catcher out to get it, and Cooper Keel's throw is offline, and the umpire actually had to dive down to get out of the way. Good job by the right fielder backing up to avoid an extra base there. So Heidegger, a good job.
Cooper Keel is messing with his arm. He was before this inning, too. I haven't seen him doing it all game, but he's kind of grabbing at his arm, rotating it, acting like it hurts pretty bad. So maybe that bad throw was a result of his arm hurting.
That's not good to have this many arms hurting, as this one is grounded into a vacated shortstop position. And there's the first 2 aboard for Silex on a base hit by Daniel Havlick. So Havlick went up there first pitch swinging and got himself a single.
If Dean Street were here, he would tell him to run for his arm hurting.
Yeah.
Normally, he would always say it was lactic acid. You need to take care of your arm, and typically that comes with running.
That one, a bunt attempt by Salyer. Back to the screen, and it's 0-1. He has a sacrifice bunt already today. Also is grounded out to third.
Becoming the first out of every inning that he's hit.
Silex with the tying run at second base. Go-ahead run at first, and this has had an absolute perfect bunt, and it's thrown away. They try to get the out, the lead runner at third, and we're tied at 4. 2 errors on the catcher, and that's uncharacteristic. And I think there is some sort of issue with that throwing arm, because that ball was nowhere near where he wanted it to go.
And his arm is in a completely different slot. Like, it looks like he's nursing his arm. Like, typically he throws pretty high, elbow up. His elbow is very low, and we talked about that, like how he kind of just slung it down to second base at one point. That's kind of what he did there, and it ended up in left field.
So runners still at first and second, still nobody out. We're tied at 4. Showing bunt again, and that one is a foul ball. Did he call it foul, or did he miss the bunt? I think he missed the bunt. The runners advanced to third. No one's telling him to go back.
I don't know.
They say it's a wild pitch.
Okay, then.
Runner will take second. And now things can get out of hand quickly. 0-2 the count to Hunter Hubbard with Baragiola waiting on deck.
Tied at 4.
This one nubbed at the plate and foul. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Actually, it's not Hubbard. It's a pinch hitter.
I think it's whoever took over right field.
There you go. That's Roth.
So there's our answer for right field.
Yeah. That one, strike 3 called. He was jumping away from that inside pitch. And Roth is the first out. And that'll bring in Baragiola, the number 9 hitter, the designated hitter. He's walked and struck out today. 0 for 1. Big spot here. He's showing bunt. It's the biggest man I've ever seen bunt. It's fouled.
He's tall. Looks like a 4 hitter, and he's bunting.
He looks like a lineman is what he looks like.
He does. If only Silex had a football team.
Yeah,
huh?
right? Pulls back a bunt attempt as everybody was running in on that one. And it's 1-1. They're trying for the squeeze play here. The 1-1 pitch. Strike called, 1-2. Bunts off now.
Runners at second and third. 1 out.
Showing bunt again with 2 strikes. And he offered at it, and he's down on the strikeout. Second strikeout of the inning. And now you need a 2-out hit to tie this game. Or to take the lead in this game. But you're back to the top of the order for Beckham. He has a single, hit by a pitch, and a ground out. And the ball gets away, changes directions, and Silex is back ahead 5-4. Ball gets away again on the return throw to the pitcher, but unable to advance any further than third base is Salyer. Silex up 5-4. On the wild pitch.
And a lot of that is just the cause of not getting the outs that they're given.
Yeah.
You had a couple bunts with errors on the throws.
Mm-hmm.
Runners in scoring position. You're throwing more pitches late in the game. That's can put nails in the coffin on a team.
That pitch called a strike, and it's 1-1. Beckham. 1-1 count. And that one falls low, 2-1. Thurman on deck. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times today. Silex with a pair of runs is tied and taking the lead. Time granted to the batter, Ian Beckham. Just a freshman in that leadoff spot. 3-1 the count. Runner at third with 2 down. The 3-1 pitch. And this one is hit to the second base, through the second baseman. And into short right field. Another run comes in. That was a hard hit ball, but that's a play that needs to be made.
Yeah, it looked like Twalman he really was in a good spot to be able to field that ball. It looked like he got caught off guard, and he was just flat on his feet. Ball was moving more towards first base. He had to move with it, and he was not ready. His glove was not down, and that's an out that you got to have, and now you're down 2.
Ayer on the Bowling Green at second baseman, and a throw over and back in without a slide is Beckham.
Beckham threw his hands up, almost asking Miller, why are you throwing over here?
Because I don't want to throw to this guy. Thurman digs in and takes a ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. He's the 7th batter of the inning for Silex, who lead by 2. Their biggest lead of the afternoon is 3 runs. Another check on that runner at first, and he's back in safely.
This time he's down on the ground, though. He's not standing up, so no hands flailing.
Miller, it's his ball game now. Errors have cost him, as this one is ripped into center field for a base hit. Beckham will stop at second, and there's runners at first and second with 2 outs as Silex is resetting here, trying to put together a 2-out rally to add to their 2-run lead. Because Bowling Green down to their final 3 outs to try and tie this game. That was a hard hit ball by Thurman. That'll bring in the pitcher, Josh Price, who's now the pitcher of record. This one is lifted. Foul territory. Giving it a look is Charlton. He'll run out of room. Tristan was about 14 foot away from that ball.
If we had Wright City players,
exactly,
we'd run through fences.
Yeah. That's still broken at Bowling Green, too.
I saw that.
There's a strike called.
It's become like a relic of time.
Exactly.
It's just going to stay there.
0-2 the count to Josh Price. 2 on, 2 out, and that hit him. Or did it? It looked like he was trying to put his shoulder into it. Now the runner just takes third.
I wanted to shout down there, hey, he's running. And then I realized, hey, I can't tell them that.
We told everyone else that.
Yeah.
That is about as delayed a steal as you can have. Up high, 2-2. I thought the pitch hit him, though.
I did, too. And I think a lot of the Bowling Green defense did.
Yeah.
Everybody was caught sleeping.
Maybe that was part of the play. Runner goes from first, and this one does hit him. And the bases are loaded. The sacks are jammed here at Silex. The batter is going to be Carroll. Timothy walked, struck out, and grounded out. He's 0 for 3, batting in that cleanup spot. 6-4 is the Silex lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
With 2 outs, this is not where you want to be. 4-hitter in the lineup. Down by 2 already.
Miller set. And a swing and a miss. Tied him up.
Good pitch to start off on.
Runners take their leads off at each base. That one outside and the count even at a ball and a strike. That was a good 0-1 pitch, but Carroll wasn't chasing. There's a strike. 1-2 the count. On a good fastball from Alex Miller.
Looks like Carroll's kind of second-guessing himself. He looks like he wants to swing, but he can't make that decision to swing.
That one bounces in. Good block that time by Keel. Kept it in front. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Silex third baseman.
Keel's getting a little beat up today.
Yes, he
I feel
is.
like he's had to block quite a bit, move around.
This is the 9th man to bat in the inning.
Big inning for Silex.
They've turned a 1-run deficit into a 2-run lead and can add to it. Home plate umpire checking on Cooper Keel.
The life of a catcher, though. You're going to get beat up. That's why I was a pitcher.
I tried catching a few times. This one grounded back up the middle, and it's a base hit. 1 run in. Here comes another. And that's going to be a 2-run single for Timothy Carroll as both Thurlman and Beckham come in. And Silex is added on here.
Brings the score to 8-4. Runners at first and second, so still a runner in scoring position.
And Silex is batted around in the inning. Runners at first and second. Still 2 outs. This one popped up. On the infield, first baseman calling for it, and Tristan Charlton makes the two-handed grab. Silex came into the inning trailing 4-3. They now lead this ball game 8-4. Last chance for the Bobcats when we come back in the 7th on KJFM.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Bobcats looked like they were in pretty good position, leading 4-3 heading into the bottom of the 6th inning, but they give up 5, and now the Owls lead this ball game 8-4, and Bowling Green going into their last at bat with a lot of work to do against the second pitcher of the afternoon, Josh Price.
And Price was gaining some momentum going in, to the end of that inning, and it's going to be tough to compete with, especially with a lead.
So it'll be 9-1-2 for the Bobcats. Charlton, then Chandler, and Twellman. So you got some boppers in there. They just have to size up this Silex hurler. Second pitcher of the day for the Owls. Both teams have used 2 pitchers. And the first pitch here in the top of the 7th is inside for ball 1 to Tristan Charlton.
And he had a deep fly to right field, which was robbed by Price.
Mm-hmm.
So a single from him, maybe to right field this time, would be a good start to the inning.
That one bounces outside, 2-0 to Charlton, who might serve himself best by just putting the bat on the shoulder and making Josh Price throw him a strike. 2 balls, no strikes. Price is set, and the pitch. There is that strike, 2-1. All right, now you start your at-bat. Charlton digs in, leans back, now he's ready. Price is ready, and the 2-1 offering. Oh, look at the curve on that.
Had velocity, too.
Yeah, it snapped across, and the count goes to 2-2. That looked like he had a magnet on it over in his glove. It just changed directions. Time called as Charlton tries to figure out that pitch. The 2-2 offering fouled off. Nice job spoiling that by Tristan.
Staying alive.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Silex looking to close out the Bobcats and end their season with a home win.
Not a bad way to go into districts.
Right? Swing and a miss. He got him. Tailing breaking ball, and Tristan comes up empty, and that's the first out. And it'll bring in Caden Chandler. Chandler is grounded out, flown out, and walked today. Was also caught stealing.
He's hit to the right side of the field both times.
Ducking out of the way of that fastball that ended up over the heart of the plate, but high for ball 1.
Just missed his helmet there.
A ball and no strikes, and now Price wants a new set of signs. Caden Chandler digs back in. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sweeping breaking ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Back and forth ball game. There's another strike. This one called on the breaking ball. He loves to use that as a strike pitch. Yeah.
A good pitch to use.
8-4, Silex leads. 0-2 the count to Caden Chandler. One out and the base is empty, and that one is popped up. Second baseman wants it. Inching over and making the grab. That got in tight on the second baseman, Wesley Perkins.
He did a back bend for that ball.
That's the second out, and Bowling Green down to their final out here this afternoon. Last hope is Adam Twellman.
He's had a strikeout, hard ground ball to third, and that's the one where he reached on errors and picked up 2 for the team, and then he's had a deep fly to left field, which he was also out on.
Base is empty, and he bounces in the first pitch, overloaded a little bit to Twellman. And it's 1-0. A little nervous for Bowling Green now. They're a little beat up going into districts, and they don't have the luxury of waiting until Monday. They've got to get healthy by Friday, early.
I think they need to get mentally healthy coming into that game.
This one is ripped into left, and it'll get down for a 2-out hit. So Twalman aboard for the first time via a hit. And Bowling Green's not done yet. Brings in Cooper Keel. Cooper's gotten a little beat up today.
Hasn't done too bad at the plate. He's had a line drive to left field, which he got out on in the first inning, a single ground ball up the middle, and then a line drive to left field single. So he singled to left, or he's hit the ball to left field twice today.
Swing and a miss. He wanted to hit it over left that time.
Which that is his strong suit. I mean, we watched him at Ellsbury clear the fence by a long shot.
0-1 is the count to Keel. That one low. And the count even at a ball and a strike. If anyone else gets on, Feldman will be the on-deck hitter. Or he is the on-deck hitter. He'll be the batter. This one grounded to third, off the third baseman. Everyone's going to be safe. Hold that ball. Runners at first and second now with 2 outs.
A little bit of momentum, a 2-out rally here.
Still, the potential tying run is in the on-deck circle. You're not dealing with that possibility yet.
A sigh of relief for Price.
Runners at first and second, 2 away. And the pitch from Price to Feldman, and instead a check on the runner at second. High throw and a nice job going up and getting it there by Perkins. Price with his long look in. He puts that glove on the front knee. Looks in for that sign very intently. Now he comes set. And the first pitch to Feldman bounces in. Ball got away, but not far enough for the runners to advance, especially with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. You have to be sure.
Yes.
The count 1-0. DJ Feldman trying to extend this game and get that potential tying run to the plate. Price has his sign, the 1-0 pitch. To the plate, misses inside, and it's 2-0. You don't want to load the bases for Cody Pogue.
No, Cody's been doing pretty well at the plate today. He's had a ground ball up the middle. He's hit the ball hard. He's got 2 ground balls up the middle for singles today.
Time called by the batter. And the runners return to first and second. They both reached with 2 outs.
You don't want to give up a run here, but you have enough insurance, so if you give up a run, that's okay.
Runner goes to third, now a delay to second, and now there's 2 in scoring position. And the count goes to 3-0. So Feldman's going to get something to hit here. You lost the force at third and second. Now you have to make that out at first if it's on the ground. The 3-0 pitch. He walked him. Base is loaded, and the tying run will come to the plate.
As I just said, Pogue singled twice up the middle today, and he's had a ground ball to shortstop for an out. But bases are loaded for him, and it's a good way to put some runs on the board.
Out of the dugout is Ken Hufty. He's going over the situation with his infield right now. The situation is step on a base if it's hit to you. You got to force anywhere.
And I think right now he's probably going out there telling Price, like, calm down. You have 2 outs. We just have to get 1. And somebody's going to get that out if you let them put the ball in play like your defense has got you. I mean, their outfield is fantastic today.
Mm-hmm.
Get a fly ball.
I don't know if he said that to Price because he never looked at Price's face the entire time he was out there. Unless he was talking about Price to the rest of the guys.
That would be dirty.
Base is loaded. 2 outs. Cody Pogue, the designated hitter. He was the starting pitcher in this ball game. Gets a no decision. And has a chance to be a deciding factor in this ball game, and he takes a ball. As that one dropped out of the zone on the breaking ball, 1-0. You got Clay Lazier on deck. The 1-0 pitch to Pogue from Price on its way. Bounces it in. He can't find the rhythm right now.
Footing is what he looked. He pointed at the ground and kind of threw his hands up like I can't figure it out. Messing with the dirt now.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Tying run at the plate for Bowling Green. And the pitch to Cody Pogue. Nope, bounced it in again. And it's a 3-0 count. That is 7 straight outside the zone. After the error by the third baseman put 2 on.
And this is kind of what we saw from Price when he was first entering the game. He was having trouble finding that strike zone. He was really coming across his body, almost not finding his footing. And he just couldn't find the strike zone. And this is where he's at now.
3-0. And the pitch missed. And it's an 8-5 game. Now the tying run is aboard. In to score is Twalman. Over to third goes Keel.
And Hufty is back out.
And he's going to make a pitching change. Has to make a pitching change now.
The catcher's going in.
All right, so Havlick coming out from behind the plate. We'll see if there's other changes. I think out of the dugout.
Price is going back to right field.
He's been good there today. Out of the dugout. I thought
there's a lot of changes happening.
Yeah, new third baseman.
New first baseman? No.
To first. That's Twalman. He started the inning there. Yep. That's 21. That's Derek Kingan. So he's the third baseman. And who will the pitcher be? That's the now former catcher, Daniel Havlick. And I don't know who's putting on the gear. And I don't know if they have underclassmen assistants.
Yeah, I was wondering who's on guard duty. It's a way to get into a program, right?
Yeah, whatever it takes. So I think the third baseman, is it Carroll that's going behind the plate? Yes.
23, yep, Carroll.
So Carroll goes from third to catcher. The catcher, Havlick, is now the pitcher, and Kingan is the third baseman. While he finishes up his warm-up tosses, we'll take a break here from Silex. It's an 8-5 ball game. Base is still loaded with 2 outs on KJFM.
Here's one question that is no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall with Mike's Tire Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 can be found on air, online, on the KJFM radio app, and on Alexa. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
So Havlick against Lazier, 8-5 ball game. Silex leading Bowling Green. Tying run at first base. Bases loaded here with 2 outs. All the damage done with 2 outs here in this top of the 7th inning. So Lazier wants to keep that line moving here in this top of the 7th. Keep this game going.
We were talking earlier about a good time to bust out. This would be a good time to bust out for Clay.
This is a high-pressure situation. The first pitch from Havlick is wide for ball 1.
But honestly, a lot of the pressure's on Havlick. It's not even on Lazier at this point. I mean, I guess it's depending on how you look at it.
Exactly. 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Missed high and wide. So he starts, Havlick does, with 2 out of the zone. On deck hitter is Owen Niemeyer, who's 1 for 3 today. The 2-0 pitch. There's a swinging strike, 2-1.
Clay likes those pitches lower in the zone. I mean, if that's his pitch, go 2-0, right? But
exactly. I think it would have been called a strike regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good pitch from Daniel Havlick. Step off by Havlick. Now he's set again. He's pitching from the full wind here with the bases loaded and 2 down. And he sends one to the plate. Fouled back, and Bowling Green down to their final strike here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Silex scored 5 in the bottom of the 6th inning, turning a 4-3 deficit into an 8-5 or 8-4 lead. Bowling Green's come back with a run here and have the bases loaded with 2 down. A 2-2 pitch to Clay Lazier from Daniel Havlick. Reaching, and it's fouled. It just gets out of that circle around the home plate area.
Staying alive. He's really out in front of it. He just needs to sit back and drive something. He has quick hands. He has such quick hands. He just needs to engage both hand and hip at the same time.
Mm-hmm. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Havlick, long look in, just peeking out from behind that glove under the hat. The 2-2 offering to Lazier. Lifted into center. Lazy fly ball moving over and making the catch is Thurman. This ball game is over. Silex defeats the Bowling Green Bobcats here in the final game of the regular season, 8-5. We'll be back with the postgame show for you after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
8-5, our final. Silex defeats the Bowling Green Bobcats. Bobcats made it interesting. They're in the top of the 7th inning, scoring a run to make it a 3-run game, and then loading the bases with 2 outs. But they can't get that big hit and fall here on the road in the final regular season game of the 2021 season, 8-5. It was a 4-3 Bowling Green lead heading into the bottom of the 6th. And after Bowling Green had actually scored 4 in a row to erase a 3-run deficit, Silex scores 5 times in the bottom of the 6th inning and wins this game by 3. Well played by both sides. You know, we saw some great defensive plays. There was a couple, iffy plays by the defense, but overall it averages out to quality on both sides. Good pitching, some timely hits, if not just hits, but putting the ball in play in places that made things tough for the defense today.
Yeah, I think it all came down to who's going to make the plays, who's going to swing the bats when time gets tough. Like, whenever it's crunch time, who's making those plays, who's swinging the bat and putting the runs across. And today, that was Silex.
So Silex wins the battle of the Twalmans, 4 of them, 2 on each side, and the Silex side comes out ahead in this ball game, 8-5. We'll take a break, tell you about what's happening as far as districts go. We're going to start things on Friday. That's a hint. We'll talk about it when we return on the Eagle 102 postgame show here from Silex.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bank of Louisiana ensures their customers are always in the know when it comes to their banking. Bank of Louisiana's top-of-the-line mobile banking service allows you to check account balances, view your account history, transfer funds. Plus, you can pay your bills all on one app. Call Bank of Louisiana for more information or visit bola.cc.
Pike County, Missouri Health Department is accepting appointments for upcoming COVID vaccination clinics. Appointments can be made online at www.pikecountyhealth.org or by calling our office at 573-324-2111. These will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Stay up to date with more clinics by subscribing to our PCHD e-news. If you do not have internet access, please call our office and ask how we can help you stay informed.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center, Bank of Louisiana, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Tarps going on here at Silex. They're trying to shut this thing down here pretty quick this afternoon as they got to, what'd you say, Alpha Beta Gamma?
Alpha Beta Gamma. I think Bowling Green has that tonight, possibly.
Okay. And that's why, they've cleared out pretty quick. They're all in their cars and already leaving the Ryan Sports Complex. 8-5, Silex wins this ball game thanks to a 5-run bottom of the 6th inning. Both these teams' next action will be district play. Bowling Green will start against Orchard Farm on Friday at Winfield High School. 12:45 pregame, a 1 o'clock first pitch from the home of the Warriors, the hosts of that district. Silex will host their district, a 4-team district, and start on Monday with the semifinals. It'll be Louisiana Van Far the first game, and Silex against Paris in the 2-3 matchup. That's the late game. So I believe it's a 3:45 pregame on Monday ahead of a 4 o'clock first pitch before that doubleheader. So it should be fun. It's district time, our final districts of this 2020-2021 school year, crazy school year.
Yeah, and I'm happy that we're actually getting to have it, obviously unlike last year. But, our first game is Bowling Green on Friday, and they're taking on Orchard Farm, who is pretty good. They're the 4 seed, I believe. And, just like we were talking before the show, it's all about doesn't matter wins and losses behind you at this point because you're just another team that's trying to fight to win, and that's going to be big for Bowling Green, especially coming after a loss from Silex.
So that'll be our next baseball broadcast. Again, Friday, Bowling Green against Orchard Farm from Winfield, 12:45 pregame, 1 o'clock first pitch, and we'll see you there for that one. For Madison Ingram, Mark Froenig saying thank you for listening to High School Baseball on Eagle 102. We'll see you next time right here on KJFM.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.